Good evening. Good evening. It's Friday Night Live with Matches 860. 54 degrees in central Connecticut under clear skies. Savinelli Church Warden with some velvet this evening. We are looking at 2632 in the house. A few folks we will mention. Rich B. Guy's got pipes. John, how you doing? Good to see you. Sailor. Gumby, the one and only. Doug Owen. Wharf Valley Boy. Cal Delta Piper. AT. NC Pipe Smoke. Pipe Writer is in the house. Pipes and Kayaks. Brad. Brad has a little bit of a sinus infection going on. Hope he gets better. Lefty 68. Happy Friday to you. Mr. Ampersand 78. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you could come in. Jeffrey Feinberg. Signalman Tony from Rhode Island. Chad, thank you very much. $2 in the tip jar. Bulldog Piper. Aristakov. Great to see you. Hope you're on the mend. It looks like you are. Mr. Wales. David Ortman, thanks for dropping in. Louisiana, Texas Piper. Joe White. Fishwife Piper, 74. Wow, how many people we got? 65 at the moment. Glad to hear it, Scott. Algonquin Briar. It's 50 degrees in Ottawa. We're 4 degrees warmer here. Tillerman 70H. We got a little announcement for Tillerman 70H. He had a contest and he just made a video announcing the winner. I agreed to make the announcement here as well. And that winner is, he may be in the audience, I don't know, Luke Reisner, Cincinnati Piper. Hey, Tillerman 70H, tell us what he won. Briar Blues is in the house. How you doing, Mike? Ronnie, we're going to give you a shout tonight as well. Little mail call this week from my good friend Ronnie in Michigan. Got some Edgeworth Ready Rub and a nice tamper. Thank you again, Ronnie. Jeffrey Alton Carter, howdy. And we are at 85. Not bad, not bad. I was telling the good folks at BriarReport.com that I was hoping that my numbers wouldn't drop too dramatically now that the bulk of the information is out about BRTV. And I just happened to get an email from them later this afternoon that they're running into some snags, getting the videos put onto the server, and hope everyone is going to be patient. They expect to have everything up by Sunday. I know they were shooting for tomorrow, I believe, to have it all set, but some of the stuff is gonna set them back. And like I said, be patient with them. It's a brand new deal for all of us, and we're gonna see where it takes us and how it works. Best wishes to Briar Report and BRTV. Jay Champ has some old Joe Krantz. Good stuff, good stuff. I think I'm going to be doing some Big and Burly next. These cooler temperatures, I just love Big and Burly. Pipe Nook is in the house. Let's give them a shout. Eddie Gray. Always a pleasure to see you, Eddie. T. Zanet. Hello to you. Bona Piper. KP Piper from New Jersey, smoking some dark strong. Seem to be having a little trouble with this towards the bottom of the bowl. So, in other news, I had put out the idea last week of doing a live stream Halloween night. And I gave that some thought during the week, and thought that might be a pretty good idea, even if I only had a couple of people. Maybe do some Halloween talk. Favorite horror movies, favorite Halloween candy, maybe some memories of Halloween's past. I think that might be some fun. If nothing else, we can keep each other company during the ringing doorbells. Although I believe we're going to have our lights out this year. Lunting Larry Higgins is in the house. Great to see you, Larry. Love your videos. Now we're going good here. Larry Higgins is smoking some old Joe Krantz. Can't beat that. AT's going to be smoking some HGL. HGL, for anyone who's not familiar, is a Lane product, which is a aromatic English crossover. And I never particularly liked the idea of it, but when it came to smoking it, it's a fantastic, fantastic blend. Everybody should try it. It may sound a little gross, but it's good. Star of the East, another good C&D blend. Wow, Lunting Larry, 95 subs. You'll be doing a 100 sub special video pretty soon. 111 in the house. Very happy with that. Pongo Briar. Better late than never, my friend. Bob Barnes, thanks for dropping in. Wildcat Sam, 77, hello to you. And Lewis, how are you doing? Distinguished gentleman from was that Iwan Reese. Yeah, I didn't think that I'd like a I love English tobacco, but I didn't like the idea of a crossover. The only other one that I tried before and I loved it was English chocolate, I believe it's called, from Two Friends, Cornell and Deal. Very good. If you ever have a chance, try that one as well. Phil Rivera's in the house, my cartoon buddy. How are you, Phil? Quaker Piper. Hi. Michael from Sweden. Glad to have you in the house. 122, 123. Amazing stuff. Pipe Wizard 86. We're doing well here. We're doing well. Thank you very much. Yes, Bona Piper. Thank you again for reminding us that HGL stands for Herman G. Lane, who was the president of Lane. Hello, Felix. Great to see you. Curmudgeon Piper. Glad to have you in the house. Lots of activity going on the side here with the chat window. I love to see it. Wish I could keep up with it. I had the opportunity to watch Briar Blues live stream the other night, and it was so nice to just be able to sit there and watch the comments instead of being busy trying to entertain and all the other weird stuff I do. I think we're going to put this back over here. The Friday Savinelli 673 with some pagan burley. Dale Piper. Yeah, AT Sarge has been busy, but he's doing well. I miss his videos. Louisiana Texas Piper. Haven't seen the bear since last Saturday. That was quite an experience. This time I knew he was coming. I went out to the mailbox to check the mail, and a guy drove up in a pickup truck, rolled his window down, and he said, "Hey, I just saw a bear over on the next road over, and it looked like it's coming through the backyard of this house where my in front of where my mailbox is." So I was looking around and came back into the house, grabbed my camera, and no sooner did I get back outside, and you saw the footage. He was crossing through the yard after turning over the neighbor's trash can and spreading trash all over the place. Then about a half an hour after that, the police were all over the neighborhood looking for him, but I think he got away. He could have been Smokey the Bear, I don't know, or he could have been Yogi Bear looking for a picnic basket. Smoking Grandpa Bones, great to see you. Hope all is well. The real Jim Cook, thank you very much. Wish I had time to do more videos. Time and motivation. I guess my next videos coming up are going to be my Halloween stories, which perhaps I think the week after next, I'll try and get those done and uploaded before Halloween. That will be fun. Lewis, Big and Burly is a Cornell and Diehl product. I would call it a light English. If you talk to anybody else, and it's true that it's a Burley-based blend with, if I remember correctly, it's got Orientals, a little bit of Latakia, and I think there might be a little Perique in it as well. Great stuff for autumn and winter. $135 in the house. I couldn't be happier. Doug Owens got bears in his neighborhood as well. Yeah, I had a talk with somebody in the comments about the problem with bears in a suburban environment, and especially here in Connecticut. When I moved here 35 years ago, there were no bears. And within the past, I'm going to say 10 years, they just like exploded. And I think people are happy to see them come back, but they don't realize you don't have to feed the bears. The bears are going to find enough to eat out in the wild. But You know, people think they're doing the bear a big favor by feeding them, and they're not. And they also, a lot of people don't realize that bear will kill you. So, you know, it's not like in the cartoons where you go up and pat the bear on the head, and it just ain't that way. Kevin Corrigan, how's everything up in my favorite town in Massachusetts, Natick, Mass? Old Khakis, how are ya? Great to see you. Dallas Wynn, always good to see you as well. Tubes on, Epiphany's one of my favorites as well. Timber Drifter, great to see you. Maybe we'll get a visit from Michelle V222. Who knows? Now there's another good one is the Samoy. I'm assuming that's the Burley from, where's he from? Some foreign country. I can't even remember. Is Vincent Manil? I've got some over in the next room there. Robert Dawson. The Bears just won a BRTV mug. So does everybody else. And they will be available in the Briar Report gift shop. Coming to you soon. Belgium. Yes, thank you very much. Vincent is from Belgium. Ah, yes, love a burley in the morning with a nice black cup of coffee. Hey, thanks an awful lot for dropping in, Phil, and I will be looking for Jonathan doing the cartoons tomorrow. Hope you have a great day. Ron H, yes. Some ready rub with some coffee. Great stuff. In fact, if I can think of it, after this, I will have some ready rubbed in my, what's his name? Carl. Olive Wood Piper's pipe. Old Khakis. You want me to guess when the first snow is? Funny, I was just reading something online where they're predicting that winter this year isn't going to really get started until after the new year. And actually, the last couple of years, that's how it's been. Warm Christmas as well. And then right after the first of the year, all heck breaks loose. So I will go with the second week of January, which means we'll probably have a storm Thanksgiving Day. Pipe Dreamer 73, hey to you. Yeah, I can remember, I'm not sure how many years ago it was now, that we got that Halloween storm. And that was probably the worst storm of any type that I've ever been through. It was creepy, it was scary. Our power was out for a week. Thank goodness I was on vacation from work. The roads were closed. It was just a mess. So you just never know here in New England. Ah, Ashes of the Phoenix. I was sitting outside myself before the live stream. And this is a great time of year. Sit out and have a nice pipe. Smell the smells of autumn. The Artful Codger's in the house. Ben, how are you doing? Great to see you. Louisiana, Texas Piper. Last Halloween we got flooded. No kids could go out, and I ended up with 15 pounds of candy. That's funny. I don't remember any Halloweens growing up when it rained. Always seemed like good weather Halloween night. Thank goodness. Yeah, Ben, we we've been surpassing the usual 115, 100 and even 20 in the house lately. And I was afraid I was going to lose it once the BRTV news was all broke and we moved along. But very happy with the numbers tonight. PBR Street Gang, always good to see you. Ashes of the Phoenix. Gandalf, is there any food or drink that brings out the flavor before a smoke? There's a good question for everybody. Hello, Briar Bear. Portsmouth Piper. Road King Piper, good evening. Pipe Rider says apple cider. Probably great for cleansing the palate. A meatloaf dinner. Austin Byerly. Better late than never. We are glad you made it as well. Algonquin Briar. I don't know about that. Whatever it is, I love it. All right, we're going to get our olive wood pipe, which absolutely adores Edgeworth Ready Rubbed. Always has. Interesting, Doug. Coffee with English mixtures and tea with lighter fare like Virginias and Vapors. Interesting. Yes, Brad, Edgeworth. I do have some Edgeworth slices that I'm saving for the trip to Rhode Island. If it tastes half as good as it did last year, I will be a happy man. And if I remember correctly, this is from a sealed pouch from the 1970s. And it's amazingly still in very good shape, and it's not dry at all. I haven't seen Mike Cainrod Piper tonight. But we'll give a shout out to Cainrod Piper. Preacher Man Piper, hello to you. Don Miles, thanks an awful lot for dropping in. Always good talking to you on the side through emails, such as we do. Carolina Smoker. I think the bear got away, Don. Once you, the direction he was headed in, once you get through my backyard and the next yard over, you're in the woods. So I think he made it. Oh, is Edgeworth Ready Rub spot on with Lane Limited Ready Rub? Very, very, very close. Close enough for me, anyway. Uh-oh. Am I on the wrong month? Yes, I am. Thank you, Pipe Writer. We'll take care of that right now. I think I was halfway into September before I flipped it. And it seems like I just flipped it, so that's why it's not right. It is 35 minutes past the hour, 128 in the house. Pipe and tamper. Aged Edgeworth is to die for. I have to agree. And he doesn't even like it. CMA Sailor. Do I have any boat stories? My dad decided, I think it was about 1961, 62, somewhere around there, decided he wanted to build his own sailboat. And he found, I don't know how he did it, but he found a kit for a 14-foot, and he built it in the garage. And we used to put it in the lake every year. The lake was like half a mile from the house. And I think I mentioned it in one of my videos, how we'd go out on a Saturday or a Sunday in the afternoon. And my dad always listened to the Red Sox on the radio. So he'd have his little transistor radio with the ball game going. And after about 15 minutes in the sailboat, I always fell asleep. Get under the front. There was like a roof there on the front of the boat, the sailboat. So there was a little cubby hole inside, and I'd get in there and fall asleep. Nothing like falling asleep to the sound of the waves hitting the boat. Yeah, Don, the Lane Limited, I can't find it around here either. So the only way I can get it is online. Well, let me see, Pungo Briar. My dad's dad smoked a pipe. Got a picture of him somewhere with his pipe. My dad tried to quit cigarettes at one point and got a pipe, but never went anywhere with it. So, nope. Kevin, I I don't really see any difference between those two. So the Lane Ready Rub works for me. But I have to say, this 1970s Edgeworth is delicious. According to Ben, the authority, or one of the authorities in the house, the recipe is the same. Steve Collins, thanks for coming in. I'm not sure what my grandfather smoked. It was he had a straight pipe, but I don't know what he smoked in it. I'm going to take a guess that it was Sir Walter Raleigh. Austin Byerly wants to know if I enjoy vinyl records or digital music better. I got a huge vinyl record collection, which I haven't listened to in years. And I have CDs, which I haven't listened to in years as well. Every once in a while, I'll pop a CD into the computer and listen, but most of the stuff I listen to is on YouTube. Josh, greetings from Vermont. Robert Dawson, I agree. I think you got to get all your stuff online. It's the only way to get it. What the brick and mortars are selling for pipe tobacco in my area, you wouldn't want to touch it. And if they do have tins, they're way, way overpriced. I believe in supporting your brick and mortar, but that gets a little crazy. Josh, I have some half and half as well. From Piping and Camping. He was good enough to send me some. Joe Yank, good evening to you. Doug Owen wants to set me up with a tobacco shop in Farmington. That would be interesting for sure. I don't know that zoning would go for it, though. Farmington's kind of a snooty town. Would probably take years to get it passed. It is 43 minutes past the hour. Still 137 in the house. And I'm going to smoke a little bit more of this, look at some more comments. Before we bring it to a close. Going from half and half to a Scudo. Jeff Palmer, I have, I would say, 3 brick and mortars that are less than an hour from my house. And like I said, the selection just isn't there. They're more for cigar smokers. And what they have for pipe tobacco mostly is the junk that's in the 14-ounce bags that is usually heavily soaked in glycol. And one of them sells, some Sutliff stuff, but they might have 3 or 4 tins, and that's all that's in the store. So I think they're their own worst enemy here. Hey, Art, thank you very much for the tip in the tip jar. Love it. Yes, Ronnie. To me, anything tastes great with a cup of coffee. My goodness, Art, $9.99. Thank you very much. We certainly appreciate that. Jeffrey Palmer, grocery stores and convenience stores. Around here, they don't sell pipe tobacco. Convenience stores, I used to be able to get it, but not anymore. Yes, the real Jim Cook. YouTube does take some of the percentage of your Doug Owen. Thank you. Thank you. $10 in the tip jar. They do take a percentage out of your tips, but hey, what are you going to do? All right. We are approaching 48 minutes past the hour, which is about the time my voice usually gives out. So I'm going to call it a night. And I expect we will be back on next Friday night. So I'll wish you all a great weekend. And thanks an awful lot for joining in tonight's live stream.